Right.
And luckily we were both available at the same time.
And only the universe knows.
And see, and I was really upset. I was down because I had a boyfriend, was seeing somebody and he dumped me, and I was all depressed about it, but you know what, that was supposed to happen because I was supposed to meet Adolfo, and I should have emailed that guy and thanked him.
Yeah.
For breaking
Exactly.
up.
Right. Yeah, the universe is behind the scenes and it knows everything. It knows who's where, and maybe your soulmate is actually in a breakup right now.
Exactly.
So if you just hang on, your soulmate is in a breakup, and in a few months he'll be ready for you.
That's right.
So we have to trust the universe.
We have to trust.
Well, okay. Well, I love seeing all your matchmaking, and I'm so glad you're here because I happen to need a little bit of your help.
Oh, really?
I have a video of my own that I brought. I was on a reality show, so I want you to take a look at this and give me a critique. This is me on a date. This is me on a date. So
all right. I want to see this.
Take a look at it. Okay. Here we go.
Cocktails.
Mr. Cocktails returns, and this time he's in love.
You may be the nicest woman in this city, possibly the world. But then again, you might be the Antichrist.
Can he sweet talk his way out of this one?
What is up with this kids thing? Is your clock ticking?
No,
Tick,
I
tick,
think
tick, 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 tick.
Plus,
good boy, he gets you into some trouble.
we could all use this kind of trouble.
If I were to say, let's go to a motel right now, what would you say?
It all begins now
Are you always shy?
on Blind Date. Hey everybody, I'm Roger Lodge, and welcome to Blind Date. And if it's been too long since one of your dates ended up in a hot tub, my condolences. But stick around and we'll show you what you've been missing. But first, we'll get started with Tamara and Steve, who've been dating for almost a year. Now, Tamara's new to our show, but Steve, oh, he's somewhat of a legend. And this will be his 4th appearance on our show. And to describe him, all you need is one word.
Cocktails. Cocktails. I've been on Blind Date 3 times. I am a legend. Just ask me. Did I mention that I was a bipolar manic depressive alcoholic?
Yes.
Well, you're pretty dumb, really. If you cook for me, I'll give you really good sex. Because I'm sober. You know, I'm not drinking anymore. She is one of the most, if not the most talented, beautiful, charismatic, sweet human being I've ever met in my life. I mean, she was Miss Arkansas.
We feel really cuddly and warm toward each other, and we're very supportive of each other. He's very resistant. He wants to go really slow. I think there was a specific moment when the vibe changed.
Cocktails.
There you are.
Hey, baby, ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
You know, I noticed that a lot of the lines that I heard you tell me in the beginning were on that blind date tape that you played for me last night.
If you cook for me, I'll give you really good sex. What about cheap, physical, meaningless contact? So what's the difference?
I thought I was special.
You are special. You're very special. You may be the nicest woman in this city, possibly the world. But then again, you might be the Antichrist. I'm not. I don't all, you know.
Well, you should know by now, after 10 months.
10 months?
10 months.
We've been together for 10 months?
Yeah, it used to be 9, now it's 10.
Now it's 10. Holy moly, guacamole.
Now, Marla, I just want to say that was before I read.
I hope
Excuse
so,
me,
Tamara.
Your soulmate is waiting.
I think now, after you come over and work with me, I think I can do a little bit better.
I was a little bit of a train wreck in the past,
well,
I guess.
I think we're going to maybe up the quality here for you.
Okay, because that's, after all, it's called model quality
well, the quality of the people, the ladies, we are specialized in the ladies are attractive and slender and in great shape and everything that, you know, let's face it, guys are visual. They like that. And the guys who come to us are all established in their careers, doing well financially. They've got that part of their life all together, but they're just missing their soulmate. And these are busy guys. They don't want to go to bars. They don't want to sit on the internet looking, for somebody. They don't have time for that.
Exactly.
So they come to me, and I've got some wonderful, wonderful men over there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 more clips to show you.
Okay.
The first one we want to show you now is kind of part 2 in the 3-part saga of my dating disaster. So here we go. Let's take a look. I think we need a little bit more time, but just to set it up for you,
All right.
that was the date.
Okay.
That was a reality show. You know, there's a reality show out there for everything.
Exactly.
Then there was another reality show for breaking up. There was a thing out there that said, "Do you need to break up with your boyfriend?" And I was like, my ears perked up. Ta-da! So I called in, and they have a television show for breaking up. So,
right.
Is it ready? No, it's not ready yet.
And he agreed to this?
Well, actually,
This is an ambush.
Actually, it was an ambush. He thought he was going on for a couples show, cooking show. So here we go. Let's take a look.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
This is Breaking Up with Shannen Doherty. Tamara, former Miss Arkansas and current television journalist, moved to Los Angeles 3 years ago to pursue a career in acting. A year and a half ago, a long-term relationship came to a sudden end. Shortly after that, she met Steven. Tamara now realizes that jumping right into a new romance may not have been a good idea.
When I broke up with my fiance, I got right in with Steven, and I never got to be independent and self-sufficient.
Tamara has tried to tell Steven that it's over, but he's always managed to talk her out of it. This is a girl who needs my help.
Okay, so tell me about Steven. Tell me a little bit about your relationship.
Well, Steven and I have been dating for over a year, but I just don't know, from the get-go, I kind of always knew that Steven wasn't the one for me. When I think about the long run, is this the guy I want to get married to? Is this the guy I want to have kids with? Is this the guy that I really want to, make a commitment to?
And the answer is no?
And I think, no, it's not.
And you've tried to have this conversation with him, and
Yes.
he just puts it off, and he doesn't really take you seriously?
I'm from the South. I'm kind of demure. I'm kind of, a little pushover a little bit, But I need somebody who's got
I'm
some...
from the South, too.
You are?
Yeah. We're not all very demure.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just me.
All right. I think I can help. Make it a little fun for him. Throw him off a little bit so he doesn't get instantly defensive. And then just sort of appeal to his rational side. He just needs somebody to be strong with him and let him know.
Yeah.
So.
And I really feel like I can't do that. I don't know
I know.
why.
Look at you already. You're already like, I can't hurt him. I'll do it for you.
Do it.
In order to get a better read.
Oh, this is painful to
Oh,
watch.
boy.
This is like mid-breakup. And like I said, it's before I read your "Excuse me, your soulmate is waiting."
Yeah,
so I didn't
Shannon
know.
needed your help to break up. I'm going to help you to get the right guy.
Right, we need to bring in a whole team of people to help me out.
No, you're not that bad.
So, and then there's one last and final part that we'll show you when they say it's ready, which is actually after the breakup. So
Okay.
she came in, she did her work, she did the breakup, and then they came back and. She did like a little follow-up with me to say, okay, what's it like? I think it was 6 weeks later. So are we ready for that video? Not yet? Okay. So what did you think?
Do
you have any advice on breaking up? I mean, it's hard to do. Like
It's hard to do, and then some people nowadays with all the Blackberries and the email, they'll break up by text or something, and that is not the way to break up.
Okay, so
yeah, if you've gone out once or twice, that's fine, to let them know. But after a few dates, the person really, I talk about it that in my book. I do say the person deserves to be told in person.
Right.
Yeah, and
would you say to have dinner one last time, or do you really need to make it?
I would say don't
maybe
do
just
it
for a coffee.
Yeah, don't do it in a crowded restaurant where
Right.
somebody might have a fit or something. I wouldn't. I think I'd lose my appetite actually.
Right.
Maybe coffee.
Okay.
Maybe iced coffee, so they
Right.
don't.
Whatever it is you're going to be wearing it at the end, right?
Exactly.
So make sure it goes with your outfit. So, well, they're still queuing up that video, and so give us another piece of dating advice while we're waiting on that. That is something that everyone needs to know.
Okay,
your most asked question.
Everybody needs to know when you're on a date with a new person and they ask you, so what happened with your ex? Why did you get a divorce? That is not an invitation to go on the whole night about your ex. It's a trap, not meaning to be a trap, but people will just go on and on and on and talk about their ex, and it's such a turnoff to that new person, and they're like, I'll get this feedback. All she did was talk about her ex.
Right.
And then I'll tell her, and she'll say, well, he asked me.
He asked me.
And I said, yeah, he asked you, but just give a 30-second synopsis, you know, he was a great guy, we were just going in different directions, just didn't work out, and I wish him the best. And that's all you need to say, because this is a first date. You want to keep it positive, you want to learn about the other person and see if you want to have a second date.
Okay.